Okay guys, in this session we are going to discuss about the dimension. This is the quite important topic, and each chapter of physics you just go through the dimension, okay, because we have a number of physical quantity, and so each physical quantity contains some dimension. So in this session we are going to some discussion about the dimension, and number of questions were asked during the previous examination from this topic, okay. So this topic is quite important for us, so all of you guys must be understand this topic properly, and you just go through this full topic, okay. Let's see. First one, what is a dimension? So dimension is dimension are the power to which the fundamental quantities are revised to represent specific physical quantity. So we just give some power to the fundamental quantity, okay, to revise to just write the derived quantity in some specific form. So we call it is dimension. And dimension are the process, dimension next definition, some another form. Dimension are the process to which the fundamental quantities are used to represent a specific physical quantity. मतलब आपके पास अगर कोई क्वांटिटी है, उसको फंडामेंटल क्वांटिटी से आप रिप्रेजेंट करना चाहते हैं, तो डायमेंशन की रिक्वायरमेंट रहती है, ठीक है. सो नथिंग एल्स, दिस इज द सम बेसिक कंसिडरेशन. नाउ हाउ टू राइट द डायमेंशन ऑफ एनी फंडामेंटल क्वांटिटी. How to write the dimension of any fundamental quantity. So here the table is given to us. One side the quantities are given, one side the symbols are given, dimension are given. Symbol is means dimension. Symbol means what here? That is the dimension. So if you see anywhere the mass is present, you just replaced by capital M. If you see anywhere the length is present, you replaced by capital L. If you say anywhere the time is present, you just replace by capital T, and so on, okay. So you remember this table properly, because it is most IMP for us, okay. Not this table, most IMP table for this dimension, okay. Now mass means in unit we write it as kg. So somewhere in a unit, if you see the kg, then kg in a dimension form it's replaced by capital M, okay. And its symbol is small m. What is its symbol? Small m. If you see the length is meter. If you see anywhere the meter, we just discuss about the assignment. If you see anywhere the meter, then you replaced by capital L. L means length. L means what? Length. Meter is sometimes it is in symbolic form, it is x, d, r, h. These are the different symbol of a length. So if time, then time is small t, it's replaced by capital T. And you see the second anywhere, if you see the second in a unit, then second is replaced by capital D in a dimension format, okay. Similarly for current means ampere, current means I, current means what? I. Temperature means capital T, temperature means capital. So if you see anywhere the capital T, you just replaced by K or theta, and unit of temperature is Kelvin. Unit of temperature is what? Kelvin. Amount of substance is just given by mole, and the luminous intensity is given by CD. Now you remember this table. If you want to represent any physical quantity in terms of dimension, then you remember this table. Without table, you are not able to write the dimension of any physical quantity. Why? Because this dimension nothing. It is a process to the representation of any physical quantity by the using of fundamental quantity. Okay. All of you must be remember this table. Now, how to represent the dimension? So dimension is represents by using a square bracket. Dimensions are represented by using a square bracket, and this is the means you just write the dimension in a square bracket. How? See, for example, dimension of mass is written in this way. See, dimension of mass is written in this way: m raised to 1. It means it's a one time dimension. M raised to 2, it means there is a 2 dimension of mass. M raised to 3 means there is a 3 dimension of mass. Similarly for dimension of length is represents L1. Why? See here, what we write? See, for mass M, for length L. So if mass is present somewhere, then you will just replace the mass by the capital M. If the length is present somewhere, then you replace the length by the using of capital L. Okay, in this way you just write the dimension. simple way, M and L. If somewhere time is present, then you replace it by capital T. You must be remember this, quite helpful table in the whole topic. All of you must be note this in your books. Then after we are just go to the next one, note it. Okay, how to forming a dimensional formula or the forming a dimensional equation. So first we discuss about the dimensional formula. So the expression to which show the how and which of this base quantity represents the dimension of physical quantity is called dimensional formula. मतलब कि आप ऐसा कोई किसी भी क्वांटिटी की जगह पे आप उसका डायमेंशन रिप्रेजेंट करते हो तो उसको क्या बोलते हैं, डायमेंशनल फॉर्मूला बोलते हैं उस क्वांटिटी का, ठीक है. फॉर एन एग्जांपल वॉल्यूम का डायमेंशनल फॉर्मूला लिखना है तो आप इस तरह से लिख सकते हो m0 L3 T0 ऐसे स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट में. कैसे लिखना है, स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट में. इफ यू वांट टू राइट द डायमेंशन ऑफ अ स्पीड, देन हाउ टू राइट इट इन अ स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट. यू राइट दिस वन, दिस इज द डायमेंशनल फॉर्मूला ऑफ अ स्पीड. How to write the dimensional formula we discuss later on, but this is the example of dimensional formula. Okay, now what is the dimensional equation? If you just write the dimensional formula with this particular quantity, if you write the dimensional formula with the particular quantity, then we call it as dimensional equation. So any equation contain the equation equating a physical quantity with its dimensional formula, then we call it as dimensional equation. For an example, see here we write the only dimensional formula, but if you write the volume and formula both are together, so any physical quantity is represents with the dimensional equation, dimensional formula, we call it as dimensional equation. Suppose speed is represents with its dimensional formula, then this total is called dimensional equation. Okay, so this is the basic consideration, basic representation of dimensional formula and dimensional equation. Now let's we understand how to write the dimensional formula. This is the quite important thing. Okay, how to write the dimensional formula. Let's see, we just understand this concept by the example. So first example is what, find the dimension of a speed. Find the dimension of a speed. So I am just giving a very simple hint to all of you. If you want to write the dimensional equation or dimensional formula or the dimension, then you must be find the unit of this particular quantity. After getting the unit, you just write the answer. Again, first you find the unit, then after you just go to the dimensional formula. Okay, so what is the speed? Here the equation is given. Again, one thing is clear here. One thing is clear in this case. I am just giving the equation of all this quantity, but when this questions are asking in an examination, equations does not given. Why? At that time you are already studied about this. Okay, so here I am just given this equation, but in examination equations are not given. So must be remember this whole equation by yourself, and you just attempt the this type of question. Okay, so what is the speed? So speed is equal to distance upon time. What is the speed? Speed is equal to distance upon time. So what is the unit of speed? Meter per second. What is the unit of speed? Meter per second. It means length upon time. Distance upon time is what? Length upon time. So dimension of speed is written in this way. Dimension of a speed is equal to distance means what? Length. What is the dimension of length? So meter is replaced by length. Meter is replaced by length, and nothing is means how much power of meter 1. How much power of meter in second 1. And second is replaced by t. Second is means time. Second means what? Time. So time is replaced by capital T. So dimension of V is L1 upon T1. If T1 is comes in the numerator, the power becomes minus. So this is written as a L1 T minus 1. So this is the dimension of a speed. L1 T minus 1. Here M is not present. So you also write this equation in this way. Dimension of speed is equal to, if anything is not present, then power is to 0. If anything is not present in the equation, then power is to 0. M0 L1 T minus 1. This is the dimension of a speed. This is the dimension of a speed. Again, I am just telling to all of you, this is also called MLT. Sometimes this case is given to us, find the MLT. MLT means nothing. MLT is a dimension formula. MLT is what? Dimensional formula. So this is the one way to write the dimensional formula. See, somewhere you see, if you remember this table, see, if you remember this table, see, then here you remember mass means you replace the kg, you replace the kg by capital M, you replace the meter by capital L, you replace the second by capital T, you replace the ampere by capital A, you replace the Kelvin by capital K, mole is as it is, CD is as it is, there is no change. Okay, so in a unit you replace this type of quantity, you get the answer. Okay, let's see, comes to this next one. Okay, first one, note this example in your book, then after we just go to this next one. Okay, now for each example you just pause your screen before we are solve this example, you just pause your screen for 1 minute and try to solve this example by yourself, then after see the solution. Okay, for each example you pause your screen for 60 seconds, means 1 minute, and then after you see the solution, your solution is correct or wrong. Okay, next example, find the dimension of acceleration. So what is acceleration? Acceleration is equal to v by t. So let's we write the solution here. So acceleration is equal to v upon t. It means dimension of acceleration is equal to dimension of v upon t. So what is the dimension, what is the unit of v? What is the dimension of v? Meter per second. What is the dimension of v? Meter per second. Meter per second. What is the dimension of t? Second. It means the unit of a is what? Meter per second square. What is the unit of a? Meter per second square. Then how to write the dimension of a? Dimension of a is equal to meter. Meter means, again, meter means length. Meter, see here, m does not means meter, huh? Capital M means mass, means you replace the kg by capital M. Small m means it is a unit of length, so you replace the meter by capital L. You replace the meter by capital L. Okay, so you just write this answer in this way. Here this numerator L. Second means time. Second means what? Time. So you replace the s with the time. So time, how much power? 2. So time raised to 2. So what is the final answer? M is not present. If anything is not present, raised to 0. M raised to 0. L raised to 1. This T2 is comes into numerator. Power becomes -2. Then T raised to -. So this is our answer. This is our answer. Okay, so this is the one way to write the answer by the using of unit, and this is the one standard method to remember to write the dimension. First you find the unit, then after you go to the dimensional equation. First you find the unit and then after you go to the dimensional equation. Okay, so for each quantity you just follow this method. Okay, note this example in your books properly. Okay, next one. Okay, this force is given to us. Find the dimensional formula of the force by yourself. Pause your screen for 60 seconds. Let's see how we write this one solution. What is F? So F is equal to mm, mass into acceleration. So what is this unit? So mass means kg. Mass means what? Kg. Acceleration meter per second square. We just solved this example just before here. See, acceleration means what? Acceleration means what? Meter per second square. So I am just using this formula directly. See here. So force unit is what? Kg meter per second square. What is the unit of force? Kg meter per second square. Let's write the dimension of force. So dimension of force is equal to kg is replaced. Kg is the unit for mass. So kg is replaced by capital M. So capital M 1. Meter means length. Meter means length. Length is replaced by capital L, and second square is replaced by T2. This T2 comes in a numerator, it becomes -2. So final answer is what? M1 L1 T minus 2. M1 L1 T minus 2. What is the dimension of force? So dimension of force is equal to M1 L1 T minus 2. All of you guys must be remember this equation. All of you guys must be remember this equation, because whenever the force is present somewhere, you use this dimension formula directly. We use this dimensional formula directly. If you remember the basic properties dimension formula, then use this type of dimensional formula to get the new dimensional formula. Okay, note this example in your books, and also correct your also check your answer, it is correct or wrong. Okay, note it. Let's come to this next one. Find the dimension of work. Find the dimension of work. Work is equal to force into displacement. Work is what? Force into displacement. So work is equal to force into displacement. What is the unit of work? Force unit is Newton. Force unit was Newton, and displacement unit is meter. Newton into meter. It is also called a joule. It is also called a joule. But this is not a case for this equation. Let's we solve this example. So what is the dimensional formula of work? So dimensional formula of force into dimensional formula of D. Dimensional formula of work is means dimensional formula of force into D. What is the dimensional formula of force? You write the dimensional formula directly here. So I am telling all of you, remember the equation, okay? So M1 L1 T minus 2, M1 L1 T minus, this is the dimensional formula of a force. Now what is the dimensional formula of a D? Dimensional formula for D. So it is a L1. What is the dimensional formula of D? D means displacement. Displacement means length. D means displacement. Displacement means length. So dimension of length is what? Dimension of length is a L. So it is a L1. So what is total answer? So dimensional formula of work is equal to M1 L1 L1 2 times. So L2 L1 L1 2 times. So L2 into T raised to minus 2. This is the dimensional formula of a work. Simple one. Okay. Check your answer. Okay, not this. Let's come to this next one. Find the dimensional formula of a kinetic energy. Find the dimensional formula of a kinetic energy. So this example is a special example here. We must be note this. Let's see. Example. First you pause your screen for 60 seconds and then after see the solution. Okay. Note it. Sorry, solve it. Let's see. Kinetic energy dimensional formula is equal to 1/2 mv square dimensional formula. This one. But here 1/2 is a one digit. So must be not this. Any digit does not have any dimension. Any digit does not have any dimension. So here 1/2 mv square does not have any dimension. Must be not this. This 1/2 mv square dimensionless. Dimensionless. Must be not this. This 1/2 is not 1/2 does not having any. So any number does not having any dimension. Write down this not. Number does not having any डायमेंशन. नंबर को कोई डायमेंशन नहीं है तो नंबर को यहाँ पे लिखने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं है. ठीक है. तो फिर आंसर क्या होगा? काइनेटिक एनर्जी का डायमेंशन इज इक्वल टू ओनली mv स्क्वायर का डायमेंशन. तो इसका यूनिट लिखो. तो मास का यूनिट होगा kg. मास का यूनिट हो क्या होगा? kg. v का यूनिट होगा मीटर पर सेकेंड. स्पीड है तो स्पीड का यूनिट मीटर पर सेकेंड. उसका स्क्वायर है तो उसका स्क्वायर कर दो. तो ऐसा होगा. तो फाइनल आंसर क्या आ जाएगा यूनिट का? kg मीटर स्क्वायर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर. kg मीटर स्क्वायर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर. ओके. तो फाइनल अपना आंसर क्या होगा? what we have to get here? So dimension of kinetic energy is equal to kg is replaced by m. So m1. Meter is replaced by L. So L2. And second is replaced by T. So divide by T2. If this comes into numerator, what is the answer? So answer is m1 L2 T minus 2. So answer is m1 L2 T minus 2. ठीक है. So ऐसा फाइंड करना है. मतलब in this all those cases you first find the unit and then unit is converted into dimension. Wherever the kg you replaced by capital M, wherever the meter you replaced by capital L, wherever the second you replaced by capital T. Okay. Now let's come to the next one. So this power, this is in homework. First you try to solve this example by yourself. It is in homework. After calculating you get this answer. Okay. So I am writing the answer directly. So dimension of power is equal to m1 L2 T minus 3. m1 L2 T minus 3. This is the dimensional formula of a power. Okay. It is in homework. Next one. Dimension of pressure. So pressure it is also in homework. So pressure is what? Force upon area. pressure is what? Force upon area. So dimension of force upon dimension of area. Area dimension is length into length. Area dimension is what? Length into length. Okay, so you just try to solve this example by yourself. After just solution, I am just writing the answer here. So dimension of power, sorry, dimension of pressure. Pressure and power both are represented with the P, so don't be confused here. Okay, here the pressure is given. Okay, so answer is what? M1 L minus 1 T minus 2. So this is the answer of dimension of a pressure. First one is an answer of dimension of a power. Okay, let's come to the next one. Dimension of charge, quite important topic. In a 12th standard we discuss about the charge. Right now we just get this answer of a dimension only. Okay, so what is the equation? Q is equal to I into T. Write the solution. So Q is equal to I into T. So what is the unit? I means ampere, I means current, I means what? Current. And for current, what is the unit? Ampere. And T means second, so ampere into second. So this is the unit. So write the dimension of Q. So Q, how we represent the ampere in dimension? So ampere is represented A, so that is A1, and second means T1, so A1 T1. This is the dimension of Q. Answer. Okay, A means A1 and second is replaced by T, so T1, A1 T1. So this is the dimension of Q. Most important case in electrostatics. All of you guys must be remember this dimensional formula. And the unit of charge. Unit of charge is ampere into second. Unit of charge is ampere into second. Let's come to this next one. So next is a potential. Next is what? Potential, quite important, very good topic, and we discuss about potential in a 12th standard, so don't worry about this one right now. But let's derive this dimensional formula here. So solution, so dimensional of V is equal to dimensional of work upon charge, W by Q. W is a work and Q is a charge. It means dimension of W अपॉन Q. सो W का डायमेंशन हमें पता ही है ना, ऐसे ही लिख दो. यहाँ पे V पोटेंशियल है, वॉल्यूम नहीं है. यहाँ पे देख क्या है? पोटेंशियल है, पोटेंशियल है, वॉल्यूम नहीं. ठीक है, वॉल्यूम का भी सिंबल V होता है, तो अपना आंसर ऐसे आएगा. सो व्हाट इज द डायमेंशन ऑफ W? सो M1 L2 T minus 2. I know this dimension. If you don't know about this, then you go to the work. See here, work M1 L2 T minus 2. ठीक है, so M1 L2 T minus 2. What is the dimension of Q? So Q dimension is A1 T1. I don't know, I also know this. See, Q is equal to A1 T1. So let's see, if Q is equal to A1 T1, then put here. If you know the dimensional equation directly, you just put directly, so you got the final answer easily. Okay, so what is this final answer of the dimension of potential? M1 L2, this T minus 1 is comes in a numerator, this T minus 1 comes in numerator, so minus 1 minus 2 minus 3, so M1 L2 T minus 3, this A1 is comes in a numerator, it becomes minus 1, so that is A minus 1. So this is the dimension of a potential difference. ठीक है, चलो नेक्स्ट चलते हैं. So resistance, so this guys, all of you solve this example by yourself. Resistance means volt upon current. रेजिस्टेंस मीन्स पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस अपॉन करंट. ठीक है, तो पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस का यहाँ पे फाइंड किया हुआ है. देखो पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस का डिवाइड बाय करंट कर दो तो आपका आंसर आ जाएगा रेजिस्टेंस का. सो दिस आंसर इज इन होमवर्क, सॉरी दिस एग्जांपल इज इन होमवर्क. ओके, लेट्स कम टू द नेक्स्ट वन. फाइंड द डायमेंशन ऑफ कैपेसिटेंस. अगेन इट इज होमवर्क. We discuss about capacitance in detail in a 12th standard, but right now you just find the answer of a dimension of a capacitance. Q का पता है, V का पता है. V मतलब वॉल्यूम नहीं है, V मतलब पोटेंशियल है. What is this? Charge upon potential. Charge upon potential. All of you guys must be try to solve some of this example by yourself, and some of this example you just see here. Okay, so by this remember of this main table, you just get the all dimensional formula. Okay, let's see, comes to this next topic, principle of homogeneity. So if you consider the dimension, then we use this two principle, we call it is principle of homogeneity. First one is for addition and subtraction, and second one is for multiplication and division. Okay, let's understand this. We cannot add or subtract the physical quantity which have the different dimension. अगर आपके पास दो क्वांटिटी है, उसका डायमेंशन डिफरेंट है, तो उसका आप समेशन और सबसेक्शन नहीं कर सकते। मतलब कि आप ऐसा कर सकते हो, देखो ऐसा कर सकते हो 1 kg प्लस 1 मीटर क्यूब। आप इसका आंसर लिख सकते हो? नहीं। क्यों? क्योंकि 1 kg है और दूसरा फर्स्ट क्वांटिटी kg मास है, दूसरी क्वांटिटी मीटर क्यूब वॉल्यूम है, तो मास और वॉल्यूम का समेशन नहीं हो सकता। सो इफ you are not able to add or subtract the different physical quantity having a different dimension, बट आप ऐसा कर सकते हो, देखो दिस इज नॉट पॉसिबल, बट 1 kg plus 5 kg, this is possible. Why? kg and kg both are same, so total is 6 kg. Total is what? 6 kg. So you are add or subtract the some quantity, some physical quantity only if this both this quantity having a same dimension, otherwise not. Clear sabko? So this is the basic topic. Now one example is given to us. If x is equal to y plus or minus z, then x, y and z all have the same units. If the units are different, see, units are different, then it is not possible, but the units are same. See, 1 kg and 5 kg both are same, then our total answer is 6 kg. Then x, dimension of x must be equal to dimension of y must be equal to dimension of z. All of you guys must be remember this properly. Dimension of x is equal to dimension of y is equal to dimension of z. Okay, not this example, sorry, not this principle of homogeneity, first rule. Now second rule, we can multiply or divide of physical quantity which have same or different dimension, which have same or different dimension. आप ऐसा कर सकते हो, देखो 1 kg into 1 meter cube, answer is what? 1 kg meter cube. तो डिफरेंट क्वांटिटी है तो भी आप मल्टीप्लिकेशन कर सकते हो। आप ऐसा भी कर सकते हो, देखो 1 kg डिवाइड बाय 1 मीटर क्यूब, आंसर इज व्हाट? 1 kg पर मीटर क्यूब। मतलब सेम यूनिट है या फिर डिफरेंट यूनिट है, आप उसका मल्टीप्लिकेशन और डिवीजन कर सकते हो, लेकिन सब्सट्रैक्शन और समेशन नहीं कर सकते हो। ठीक है? सो इफ x इज इक्वल टू y इंटू जेड और x इज इक्वल टू y अपॉन जेड, देन x y z मे हैव अ डिफरेंट यूनिट, नो प्रॉब्लम। मे हैव अ डिफरेंट यूनिट, इट मीन सेम भी हो सकते हैं, डिफरेंट भी हो सकते हैं। ठीक है? आप सेम यूनिट की क्वांटिटी को मल्टीप्लाई भी कर सकते हो, डिवाइड भी कर सकते हो, डिफरेंट यूनिट की क्वांटिटी को मल्टीप्लाई भी कर सकते हो, डिवाइड भी कर सकते हो, बट समेशन नहीं कर सकते हो। Summation is only possible, subtraction is only possible if the quantity, if the physical quantity must have a same dimension, otherwise not. I am just given some of this example here. Okay, all of you guys must be note this principle of homogeneity in your books properly. Okay, with the example also, with the example. Okay, not it. Let's see. Comes to this next topic. Application of dimension analysis. Why the dimension analysis is why we are using this, why we define this dimension analysis, dimension, what is the application? So we have a different use for the dimension analysis. Out of this one, first rule is what? Conversion of units. First rule is what? Conversion of units. One physical quantity to another physical quantity. We discuss about this conversion in detail in a unit conversion in the previous sessions. Okay, so any physical quantity represented by q is equal to nu. We solved number of example, number of unit conversion example in a previous session by the using of this relation q is equal to nu. Okay, in here we are again we are discuss the same topic in a different method. Okay, in a different manner. Let's see. Second application is this one: checking the dimensional consistency of equation, correctness of any physical relation. मतलब if a relation is given to you, then it is correct or wrong. How you check it? Then any equation consistency, any equation correctness is checked by the using of dimension analysis. Okay, simple method. So this is the one use. If you consider any equation is dimensionally correct, if any equation is dimensionally correct, doesn't mean this equation is correct. If any equation is dimensionally correct, then doesn't mean this equation must be correct. Okay, but so need not to be actually it is correct. But if any equation is dimensionally wrong, then equation is must be wrong. Again you must be remember, if any equation is dimensionally correct, it doesn't mean the equation is correct. But if any equation is dimensionally wrong, then this equation must be wrong. So by this way we just find the correctness of a equation by the using of this second application. Now third application is which one? Deducing the relation among the physical quantity. अगर आपको दो फिजिकल क्वांटिटी के बीच का रिलेशन चाहिए तो आप डायमेंशन एनालिसिस का यूज़ कर सकते हो. So that is the third application. And the fourth application, find the dimension of any physical constant. If you want to find the dimension of any physical constant, then you are just use the dimension analysis. Okay, so in this session we are just discuss about the some basic how to write the dimensional formula, how to write the dimensional equation, and what is the use of, what is the application of dimensional analysis. Okay, now in the next session we are going to discuss some of this example which is based on a dimensional analysis. Okay, all of you guys must be note this full lecture in your books properly, then after we are just go to this next session. Okay, note it. Okay guys, in last session we are discussed about the application of dimension analysis. These are the some application of the dimension analysis, and one note you must be note here: a trigonometric equation and exponential or logarithmic power are the dimensionless. If you write this type of thing, see sine theta trigonometric equation, then this theta is a dimensionless. Theta does not have any dimension. If you write like this, e raised to x, if you write this, sorry, e raised to kx, then e is a exponential function, so power of exponential kx, so this kx is a dimensionless. Kx does not have any dimension. Then how you represent the dimensionless quantity? If any quantity does not represent any dimension, then dimensionless quantity is written in this way. See, dimensionless quantity you must be written in this way: m0, l0, t0. Dimensionless quantities are represented in this way: m0, l0, t0. So sometimes this type of questions are asking to you, what is the dimension of this thetas? And right, the answer is what? m0, l0, t0, dimensionless. What is the dimension of kx? It is a e raised to power of e, means exponential power, it is dimensionless. Then answer is what? m0, l0, t0. So any dimensionless quantity is represented in this way. You must be remember, and not this one in your books. Okay, let's come to this next one. We are solving some example which is based on a unit conversion. So for unit conversion, you remember only one equation. Which one? Q is equal to nu. Again I am just revise this equation. What is n here? So n is a numerical value, and what is u? So u is a any unit, so we must be represent this one. Let's we solve one example based on a unit conversion, and this example from a textbook exercise example number 2.3. A calorie unit of a heat and energy is equal to the 4.2 joule. So this is the given data. Write down given data. 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joule, given data, so don't worry about this. And what is this joule? So 1 joule is equal to 1 kg meter square per second square. We already know about this, so don't worry, you just go through this previous session, so you just get this. Okay, suppose we have employ a system of unit in which the unit of mass is equal to alpha kg. We change the system, we change the, like a SI system, CGS system, we just generate a new system in which the unit of mass is given as alpha kg, unit of length is given as a beta meter, and unit of time is given as a gamma second. Then what is the calorie? You just find the calorie. Very simple case. See, you just get this answer by this way. You just see, you solve this example by this equation. What is this? Always for any system of unit, for any system of unit, you just write this one: n1 u1 is equal to n2 u2. Yes or no? You write this way: n1 u1 is equal to what? n2 u2. Means of value of quantity in a first system is equal to value of quantity in a second system. So n1 u1 is equal to n2 u2. Which one first system? We want 1 calorie. See, so that calorie, so 1 calorie is equal to n2. Find out. We just get this answer for n2. And what is the second unit? Second means alpha kg. Second means alpha kg, beta meter, and third one is gamma second. Gamma second. Alpha kg, beta meter, and gamma second. We just developed a new system. Okay, alpha kg, beta meter, gamma second by this way. So you just convert it. You just convert converting in a new system. So what is this? 1 calorie is equal to what? 4.2 joule. What is this? 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joule is equal to N2 into alpha kg, beta meter, and gamma second. And one thing, when you write this relation, what is this? How much kg is required? See here in this relation, what is the unit of mass? What is the dimensional formula? m1 l2 t minus 2. yes or no? मीन्स आपको मास का 1 यूनिट चाहिए, लेंथ का 2 यूनिट चाहिए, और टाइम का -2 चाहिए. तो मतलब यहाँ पे मास का अल्फा केजी है, तो अल्फा केजी का पावर कितना होगा? देखो यहाँ पे, व्हाट इज द पावर ऑफ अल्फा केजी? 1. व्हाट इज द पावर ऑफ बीटा मीटर? 2. एंड व्हाट इज द पावर ऑफ गामा सेकेंड? -2. क्यों? यहाँ पे एनर्जी का यूनिट जो है, आपको एनर्जी का यूनिट बनाना है, तो एनर्जी का यूनिट जो भी आप सिस्टम में लिखोगे उसमें मास के कितने यूनिट होने चाहिए? 1. लेंथ के कितने होने चाहिए? 2. और सेकंड के कितने होने चाहिए? -2 मतलब इन डिनोमीटर. ओके, सो हियर ऑल्सो 1, 2 and -2. So you just write what is this joule? You just put joule is equal to here. So answer is what? 4.2 into joule is equal to what? 1 kg meter square into second raised to -2 is equal to N2 is equal to N2 into alpha kg beta square meter square into gamma -2 second -2. You just expand this bracket, and N2 as it is, alpha kg as it is, beta square meter square, gamma raised to -2 second raised to -2. If anything is cancel out, then cancel here. If anything is cancel out, cancel it. So 1 kg, meter square, second raised to -2, second raised to -2, cancel. What is this? N2. So finally you get this answer of N2. You finally get this. N2 is equal to 4.2. This alpha and beta comes into the numerator. So it is comes in a denominator. So alpha into beta raised to 2 into gamma raised to -2. If this denominator comes to numerator, the power becomes opposite. Power becomes positive, becomes negative, negative becomes positive. So what is the answer? 4.2. What is the power of alpha? 1. So if comes in a numerator, the power becomes -1. What is the power of beta? 2. It comes in a numerator. What is power? -2. What is the power of gamma? -2. It comes in a numerator. Power become +2. So gamma raised to 2. This is our final answer, and we have to prove this. See, 4.2 into alpha raised to -1, beta raised to -2, and gamma raised to 2. So this is our answer. Means when you just you convert the calorie into the new unit system, you just get this new numerical value is equal to 4.2 into alpha raised to -1, beta raised to -2, and gamma raised to 2. Okay, so by this way, by the using of u is equal to n, you just solve some example which is based on a unit conversion. Okay, all of you guys must be note this example in your books. Then after we are go to this next one. Okay, note it. Second example, practice example based on again unit conversion. What is this problem statement? See, what is this problem statement? The dimension of a fluid viscosity is given like this: m1 l -1 t -1. इसमें मतलब क्या हुआ? मास का 1 यूनिट होना चाहिए, लेंथ का डिनोमीटर में 1 यूनिट होना चाहिए, और टाइम का भी डिनोमीटर में कितना यूनिट होना चाहिए? 1 यूनिट होना चाहिए. फाइंड हाउ मेनी पोइज. पोइज मीन्स CGS यूनिट. पोइज मीन्स व्हाट? CGS यूनिट. और इज इक्वल टू 1 पोइस्टुले. पोइस्टुले मीन्स व्हाट? SI यूनिट. मतलब आप CGS यूनिट और SI यूनिट का रिलेशन फाइंड करना है. तो पहले तो आपको इसका यूनिट लिखना पड़ेगा, ठीक है, अदरवाइज आप आर नॉट एबल टू सॉल्व दिस एग्जाम्पल. सो राइट द यूनिट ऑफ विस्कोसिटी इन CGS. सो CGS यूनिट, डायमेंशन ऑफ मास ग्राम, into dimension of length per, है ना, this is -1, so it's a denominator. So denominator this is means centimeter raised to -1. Dimension of time, it is second, so second raised to -1. CGS unit of this viscosity is given by this way. Write the SI unit. SI unit. So you just write the one dimension of mass, one dimension of length, and one dimension of time. So you get this one. What is the SI unit of viscosity? So dimension of mass kg, then L, it means dimension of length is meter, so it's L raised to -1, so meter raised to -1. Dimension of time second, so it is second raised to -1. ओके, CGS में मास का यूनिट क्या होता है? ग्राम. सो यहाँ पे ग्राम लिख दिया. लेंस का यूनिट क्या होता है? सेंटीमीटर, सो यहाँ पे सेंटीमीटर लिख दिया. और टाइम का क्या होता है? सेकेंड, तो सेकेंड होगा. ठीक है. Similarly, for SI system, what is the unit of mass? Kg. What is the unit of length? Meter. So I am just write this units. Okay. Now let's see how to find the relation between them. We have to find the relation between them. Very simple. See, we just convert poise into poisule. We have to poise into we have to convert poisule into the poise. So let's we use this relation. Q is equal to Nu. So N1 U1 is equal to N2 U2. N1 U1 is equal to N2 U2 means we have to convert 1 SI is equal to N2 CGS. ठीक है ना. one postule is equal to how many poise? So यहाँ पे N2 ले लो, मतलब जो अननोन है उसको N2 लेना है, मैंने पहले सीखा है. If known value is considered as N1, unknown value is considered as N2. So 1 SI is equal to N2 CGS. So write down 1. What is SI unit? kg meter inverse second inverse. ठीक है ना. kg meter inverse second is equal to N2. What is CGS unit? Gram centimeter inverse second inverse. Put this all this value. Convert this kg in a gram. So 1000 gram. In denominator, meter inverse means 100 centimeter. In second is also in a denominator. This minus comes to the numerator, constant denominator. So N2 as it is gram per centimeter into second. If anything is cancel out, then cancel it. So see, gram centimeter second cancel out. 2 zeros cancel out. 0 0 0 0. It means you get the answer of N2 is equal to what? 10. What is answer of N2? 10. It's what is the meaning of this? So finally you get this answer. 1 poisule is equal to 10 poise. Means 1 SI is equal to N2 CGS. So 1 poisule is equal to what is N2? 10. So 10 poise. This is our final answer. So we get the unit conversion by the using of dimension analysis. By the using of dimension analysis, you get the means you are able to convert the one unit to another unit by using this relation. Here we get the answer between the SI unit and CGS unit of the viscosity. About the viscosity we discuss in a detail in a later chapters. Okay, all of you guys must be note this example in your books. Then after we are go to this next one. Note it.